We can't. We can't hire enough teachers. We can't. There's no way we can feed every child every day free. We can't. We can't afford to give every child a device that connects them to the internet. We can't. There's no way that we can increase the academic rigor in our classrooms. We can't. There's no way we can find enough quality leaders. We can't. There's no way that we can look at our families that live in poverty that can't provide everything that they need for their own children. We can't help them. We can't be successful. We just can't.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight.
So tonight is a story about a district that couldn't, a district that can't, but it knew that it could, and so it did. So how did that happen? So it started with a set of board goals. Our board of trustees established some lofty goals for us to make sure that we set our mark high. But we couldn't wait until 2024 to see if we've realized those goals. And so we developed a set of measures that we monitor on a regular basis. We call them our indicators of success. And success here and growth and development here would lead to success as a district. And so we paid close attention to those. And then we created a strategic plan that was aligned to these indicators and aligned to those goals. And that has been our guidebook for the last 3 years because we couldn't, remember? And so this happened. Wow, the district that couldn't did. And so for the first time in our history, we are rated a B. For the first time in our history, half of the schools in ECISD received a grade from the state of Texas of A or B. And you can look on the left side of your screen and you see that just 3 years ago, half of our schools were rated D or F, with 16 of those rated F. The district that can't did. Even our own commissioners recognize.
Super excited to be talking to this group of leaders in Ector County, because y'all have made these changes and you're getting real results. You look at your STAR scores this year, you look at your NWA MAP scores this year, you're seeing achievement gains that have never been achieved out in West Texas, and it is amazing.
Achieved. No wonder we can't, because nobody else had either. And finally, we did. So who are we? What are we? What makes us tick? Why were we able to do this? And so we are a growing and changing and evolving organization. We currently have 45 schools in ECISD. In fact, we added a new one this year, the STEM Academy, a kindergarten through 12th grade opportunity for students. 80% of our children are Hispanic, 14% of our children are white, 3% of our kids are African American, and 3% are from other demographics. 66% of our children live in poverty. Just 3 years ago, that number was 55% of our children live in poverty, and today that number is 66% and climbing. We currently serve 33,300 students in ECISD and have a staff of 4,200 individuals that work tirelessly every day to make this work happen. So we developed a strategic plan, and that strategic plan has been our guide for the last 3 years. It has given us focus. It is something that we pay close attention to. It has given us intentionality, because none of what we have done has happened accidentally. It has happened with great intentionality. Some examples of that. We recognize as a part of our strategic plan that we must invest in our foundation. Those of you involved in the construction industry know that the foundation is the most important part of a building, and so we've spent countless hours, countless dollars, many human resources investing to ensure that the foundation of this school system is solid for the children that we serve.
We are excited to announce today that Ector County ISD will be the first school district in the country to partner with SpaceX to bring their Starlink satellite technology, their internet technology, to families in our community, specifically in families where we are today.
My stepsons came over one day and they saw we had a Starlink satellite. Immediately they were in awe. And I was like, what? He said, man, that's not everybody has that. You know, I was like, and they immediately started doing speed tests, you know, oh, I gotta check this out, you know. And that's when I realized, I was like, we don't have just any internet anymore. Home does not function without internet, good internet. And then when your finances are tight, you're spending $90, $100, $120 a month for internet. And it doesn't work. It causes stress, frustration, problems. It's very important. Out here at Pleasant Farms, since we've lived out here, the best thing that's ever happened is Starlink.
Because of SpaceX and their Starlink technology, they are right now circling a series of satellites above this area, and they will beam a signal, a high-quality broadband signal, to our families, providing high quality, high speed broadband access so that our children can continue the learning process, so that our educators can engage students in the learning process.
The package came in, they dropped it off, and we opened it up, downloaded the app, just took a real quick look at the instructions. It was pretty easy with the app, just to set it up. And then the girls, like when they got onto their classroom, they had no issues at all. Living out here, we tried different internet services, the satellite one, and then that one that you bounce off the antenna. And it was kind of hard. And then we tried different cell phone plans. And I mean, just being out here, it's just been kind of a struggle. It's really important because, I mean, you drive through some of these streets, especially down south or up to the west. It's hard to get service out in these areas. And to get something reliable is really hard. So, I mean, I would really hope that they'd push for something more programs like these, because, I mean, my girls have friends that live out here, and I mean, if they can give some more families the same opportunity we had, I think it'd help out a lot of kids out here. I graduated '01, and technology was barely kicking on, and now it's so far advanced. I can only imagine where my girls are going to be at when they end up graduating. So we just need more of this out here to help us out.
We can't provide high-speed broadband to families that live in remote areas of our communities. It's just not possible. Oh, yes, we can. In fact, we now provide high-speed broadband to over 3,600 children in our system. And as you heard from our dads, it changes the life of a family when that opportunity is provided in their homes. We also today feed every single child, regardless of their income status, every child breakfast and lunch every day. And remember, we can't do that, but somehow we've managed to figure that out. 6 million meals will be served to our children by the time we end this year. McDonald's, look out, here we go. Financially, for the last 3 years in a row, we've earned the highest award, the highest rating from the Texas Education Agency as we look at our financial situation. In fact, not just an A, but a perfect score of 100 for the way that the system manages the financial resources that we receive. In addition to that, we've saved our taxpayers in this community almost $27 million in interest payments because we're able to pay bonds off early. Much like you may pay early payments on a mortgage, we're able to do the same things with bonds and have done that every year for the last 3 years, saving our taxpayers almost $27 million again in interest payments. We maintain consistently clean audits. We've done that for years in ECISD, but one thing that is most exciting is that opportunity you see on the bottom. Our bond rating, because of the good financial stewardship of this board and this district, we increased our bond rating, which means we will receive better interest rates as we hit the bond market. And that happened to us in 2021. We don't do this work by ourselves at ECISD. We have a host of individuals, companies, nonprofit members of the community, the philanthropic members of our community, not only locally here in Ector County, but also across the state and the nation. Over the last 3 years, they've donated almost $55 million to ECISD to invest deeply in the children that we serve and the work that we are doing. Again, we do not do this work on our own in our system. We do it as a collective. The members of this team, our community, and people across the country, some of whom are sitting here tonight, that are a part of the investments that have been made in ECISD. We recognize that investing in people is critical. So the second aspect of our strategic plan calls for an investment in the 4,200 members of our team. We must invest in our teachers, our administrators, our secretaries, our counselors, our custodians. Every member of our team is worthy of investment. And we've been able to do that for the last several years, and it has made a remarkable difference. In 2017, the starting salary for a teacher in this district was $44,000. Today, we have the highest starting teacher salary at $58,750 in the entire region. It's right here, the teachers in ECISD, the highest starting salary for our teachers. And it makes a difference. In 2019, we had an 18% vacancy rate, 356 vacancies on the first day of school, on the 10th day of school, on the 100th day of school. We didn't fill any of those vacancies that first year in 2019. Today, as we started the year, we had a 1% vacancy rate. Investments in teachers makes a difference. But not only our teachers, our hourly employees. Just 2 years ago, the starting wage for an hourly employee in this district was $10 an hour. Today, just 2 years later, the starting wage for our hourly employees is $15 an hour, and it makes a difference. You need proof? For the first time in 8 years, every custodial position in our district is filled. Those investments make a difference in people. The teacher incentive allotment, an opportunity for teachers in ECISD to earn up to $20,000 in additional compensation because they are good. Again, investing in people makes a difference. Last year, for the very first time, 120 teachers in our district earned the teacher incentive allotment. This year, we have 263 teachers that have already earned the teacher incentive allotment. And how did they do that? They do that because they are great at what they do. The teacher incentive allotment opportunity provides financial incentives for the top 15% of teachers in the state of Texas, and 263 of them serve our children every single day. Congratulations to these teachers. We've made significant investments in our people, and I could go on and on and on, but why do that when you actually have live and in person some of those individuals that are the recipients of those contributions? And so tonight we would like to introduce 13 of the pipelines that we are currently using in ECISD to develop the 4,200 employees that we have, and we're going to do that by introducing you to the members of those pipelines. Here we go.
My name is Lenny Garcia. I teach 4th grade at Dowling Elementary, and I'm honored to be a teacher incentive allotment recipient.
I'm Ora Christian. I teach kindergarten at Blackshear Elementary. I am a multi-classroom leader, which is an MCL, opportunity culture.
My name is Kimberly Bourgeon. I work at Muri Middle School, 6th grade math. I'm a teacher resident for opportunity culture.
My name is Frank Gonzalez. I teach at Buddy West Elementary, physical education, and I am a national board certification candidate.
I'm Joyce Freeman. I teach 1st grade at Burnett Elementary, and I'm a part of Odessa Pathways to Teaching.
My name is Emily McFall. I work at Galpon, Illinois. I teach 5th grade, and I'm a Parent to Teach recipient.
Good evening. I am Laura Perez, and I am the Administrative Assistant for Advanced Academic Services and Early Childhood Education Departments, and I am an aspiring teacher through Odessa Pathway.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Rogers. I'm in the 12th grade, and I go to Permian High School, and I'm representing the future teachers of Odessa, and when I graduate, I would like to teach the littles.
Hi, I'm Sally Smith. I'm one of the assistant principals at Vice Elementary, and I'm a principal candidate.
Hi, good evening. I'm Cinnamon Muri, and I'm a Principal Fellow with Cavazos Elementary, and I am a Texas Tech Principal Fellow.
Hello, I'm Gerardo Garcia. I'm an animation teacher at Odessa High School, and I'm part of the school counselor pathway.
Hello, I'm Teresa Huerta. I work for the Special Education Department as an art facilitator, and I'm a diagnostician candidate.
Hi, my name is Sable Corrales. I work for District Operations. I'm an administrative assistant and I'm an upward enrollee.
These individuals represent the hundreds of individuals that are a part of our organization that are working along these pathways or the recipients of the investments that this district is making in our talent, in the 4,200 members of this team. And by making these investments, what our children will receive and continue to receive in this district will be powerful. And so thank you all for representing your perspective here tonight. Let's give them a hand. Thank you all. Because of these investments and the work of this team to think differently about how we do our work that we can't do, remember we can't do this. Not only does ECISD now, not only are we invited into the room and a part of conversations, but we actually now have a seat at the table. Many of the individuals that you saw tonight and the body of work in which they are engaged is now shaping legislation in the state of Texas. Right now, traveling through our Texas House and Senate is an opportunity to have fully funded teacher residencies in the state of Texas. And that happens here in ECISD. This program is the model that is being used to craft that legislation that hopefully by the month of May will receive good news and again, an opportunity within the state of Texas. ECISD continues to influence opportunity. The teacher incentive allotment is a growing opportunity not only here in our own community, but across the state of Texas. The leadership in this district that has helped create that opportunity for teachers is frequently sought out for their guidance and wisdom as other school districts begin to shape these same type of programs and projects within their own environment. Ector County ISD is one of only 3 school districts in Texas that operates our own educator certification program, the Odessa Pathway to Teaching. Dallas Independent School District, Houston Independent School District, and ECISD are the 3 districts in Texas that operate such a program. Again, not only are we invited to be in the room, but now we are at the table and leading these conversations because of the investments that we're making in talent. And so give this team a hand. So why do we do all this? Why make these investments? Why is it important? Why must we exercise all of this time and energy and effort? It is important that we constantly and continually remember our why. 33,300 Seans. Kids just like him that need and deserve and long for opportunities. And so that's why we do what we do when we can't. The third part of our strategic plan is about our why. It's about our students and those that we serve. And so as we think about that body of work, we've expanded opportunities for kids. Summer learning, we now provide 30 additional days of opportunities for learning during the summer months, completely redesigned that traditional model of summer school. And for us, that used to attract about 1,500 students, and today we attract 6,000 students in summer learning in ECISD. We've expanded pre-K. Several years ago, we offered a half-day program for 4-year-olds. And today we have a full-day program for 4-year-old children and a half-day program for our 3-year-old children for the very first time. So today, kids in this community can have 2 years of pre-K experience before they enter kindergarten. We have 6,000 students today that experience their own private personal tutor in an online virtual environment. 6,000 students experience high-impact tutoring in ECISD. Blended learning, thinking differently about the learning experiences of our children, becoming more customized and personalized for children. Understanding that each child, just like Sean, has unique needs, and it's our responsibility, in fact, our opportunity to meet those unique needs. And choice. Let me tell you about choice. Do we have choices? In fact, at ECISD, we have 14 choice schools for our children and families in which to choose. This year, we added another one. The STEM Academy now is a kindergarten through 12th grade opportunity in ECISD. Currently, 5,500 students participate in those choices and magnet opportunities throughout ECISD. We believe in choice. And tonight, in a little while, you'll find out about even another option that is coming the way of our children when it comes to choice. Involvement is important as we think about choice. Currently, we have 4,443 students that engage in physical activities. They're a part of our UIL athletic programs in ECISD. We currently have 15,964 students, just like Sean, participating in the fine and performing arts programming in ECISD. In fact, for the last 8 years, this district has been recognized as one of the best communities in the nation for students to receive a music education. And then for the last 2 years, a district of distinction as we look at the visual arts and opportunities that students have. Our kids and teachers have helped us earn that opportunity over the last couple of years. So congratulations to our visual arts individuals as well, both students and teachers. Career and technical education continues to be a choice at ECISD. In 2020, 9,700 students made a choice to involve themselves in career and technical education courses. Today, just 2 years later, we're at 10,908 seats as of today. Students taking CTE courses as a part of their pathway. We currently offer all 27 pathways in ECISD that are provided by the state of Texas.
2 years ago, it was 33. Last year, it was 46. This year, 57.
I may have to interpret that for you. Sometimes it's hard to understand 4-year-olds. But they're pretty excited. The investments that we've made in our foundation, the investments that we've made in our talent, and the investments that we've made in learning experiences have created changes for those children, for our students. And so that percentage is this: kindergarten readiness. Just 2 years ago, 33% of our 5-year-olds came to kindergarten ready to learn, on grade level, if you will. We added pre-K, and today, 57% of our 5-year-olds children are ready to be successful in kindergarten. So a 24% increase in just 2 years thanks to that investment in pre-K. That type of investment makes a difference. Remember, we couldn't do that, but my goodness, we did. So why are we so excited about 57? Because the state of Texas is at 58. And so what that means is for the first time ever, children in this community have the same opportunity to start kindergarten at the same place that every other child in our state begins at. Finally, we did. But it continues. When we look at our elementary level, we see STAR data, that assessment that our students take every year to show their academic growth and proficiency. Green is good, and we see lots of green when we look at our elementary. We see green when we look at our middle school in math and reading, excited about the improvements, the changes that are happening there. When we look at growth, on the STAR assessment in 2019, 61% of our students were meeting or exceeding their growth targets on that state assessment. Fast forward to today, as we ended the year in 2022, 70% of our students are now demonstrating growth on that state assessment. So a 9 percentage point increase during a pandemic over the last 3 years because of the investments that our folks are making in the children that we serve. Just 2 years ago, 76 of our high school seniors, when they graduated, they earned an associate's degree. Fast forward to the class of 22, we're now at 99, and this year in the class of 23, we will have even more students earning an associate's degree at the same time they earn that high school diploma. In fact, one of those pathway students tonight that is involved in the education pathway, those kids, and there are over 100 of them, they have an opportunity to earn that degree at the same time they earn that high school diploma and finish in just 2 years their teacher certification. And this superintendent likes that because that will help us ensure that we have more teachers in our classroom. Our graduation rate is the highest it's been in over 20 years. Just 3 years ago, our graduation rate was 83%. Today, we're at 85.5%, and we know that that will continue to rise over the next several years. So excited about the graduation rate in ECISD and where it is today. Excited for the teachers, the counselors, the administrators that support those kids on their pathway. College, career, military readiness. How prepared are your seniors to enter the world of college, to enter the world of work, to enter the military? In the state of Texas, we call that college, career, military readiness. Just 3 years ago, 56% of our high school seniors were considered college, career, military ready. Today, 65% of our seniors are considered college, career, military ready. That is currently above Region 18, so again, leading the region and equal to the state of Texas. In Texas today, 65% of seniors are considered college, career, military ready. Finally, our kids are just as competitive as their peers across the state of Texas. But we can't do that, remember? It gets better. In 2019, the rising seniors, these are juniors that just finished their junior year, entering their senior year, 19% of those juniors that finished were already considered college, career, military ready. Fast forward to today, this junior class, we're now seniors, 38% of the students this year are already college, career, military ready. So we know that number, 65, is going to be higher because look at the difference that we've made in just 3 years with the juniors. Obviously trending in the right direction. Finally, our kids are right on par with the competition around our state. So again, congratulations to those teachers and counselors, administrators that pour into these students. Huge success there. Give those folks a hand. But you know, numbers are numbers. But no one tells the story better than did. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to one of those numbers. His name is Marco, and he's going to join us. It's magic how that happens, isn't it? Hey, Marco. So Marco, you are an interesting story. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So tell us a little bit about you. You are a what right now? Where are you?
I'm a senior at OC Techs, and I'll be graduating this May.
So senior at OC Techs. Some people may not know what OC Techs is. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
So OC Techs is an early college high school, and what's cool about it is that high school is located in the Odessa College campus. So during my high school experience, I'll also be experiencing my college life.
So you've been taking college classes and high school classes at the same time?
Yes, sir.
All right, interesting. So give us a little history lesson. You started elementary school where?
I started at Reagan.
Okay, so Reagan Elementary, and then went to middle school?
At Bonham
Middle School, and then at 4 years at OC Techs? Good. You have had an interesting experience recently, from what I understand. First of all, tell us what is your pathway. So at OC Techs, each of those students are on a career pathway. What is yours?
So I'm studying welding.
We probably can tell that if you see his picture. There might be a big clue. There's a picture of you up there, I think, in your welding gear, so you probably have a pretty good idea. You've been studying welding how long now?
4 years. Everything I learned it from OC Techs.
So you don't do welding on the side? You haven't learned from any? It's all okay. All right. And so I understand that you had a job interview recently. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
So very first, whenever they told me I had an interview, I was pretty nervous because it's like my first big job. So we had a little conversation, but then we started talking about my schedule, how we can work around my school schedule. And I got pretty excited because it worked out pretty well. And yeah.
I think you're being a little bit modest. And so what kind of job was it that you were applying for?
So I'm a hardbacker at Navajo Solutions. And
I have no idea what that is. So you weld, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a welder. So but a specific kind of welder.
Yeah.
So you went for a job interview. Who did other people want this job too?
Yeah. So what I've heard is that other adults, like in their 30s, 40s, they also wanted that job.
Yeah. Let's not undersell the best part of the story. How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
You're 18 years old, and you applied for a job to be a welder, a real job, a professional job. And your competition were men and women in their 30s and 40s that were professional welders.
Yeah. They already had experience in the field and everything.
Yeah, and who got the job?
Me.
And so, have you graduated from high school yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Don't tell anybody else that. And so when we talk numbers, and we talk in education about numbers and letters a lot, but we always have to remember that numbers and letters are students. They are children. And you may not want me to call you a child at the age of 18, but he still is one of ours until graduation day. And so as an educational organization, we have to translate those numbers and letters and that growth that we're experiencing into kids like this. Because of your experiences and what has happened to you at OC Techs, you got the job, and a whole bunch of other men and women that wanted the job did not get it because of your experiences here. And I think you told us already, but where did you learn about welding?
At Odessa College.
Yeah, it was only right here and nowhere else. And so we're fortunate to partner with the team at Odessa College to make these opportunities happen for kids. OC Techs is a college and a high school at the same time. And so these students have high school courses and college courses, and Odessa College allows us to use their facility. In fact, you're there every day. Your campus is located on their campus. We don't do this work together in education. We do it as a collective. And Odessa College has been a great partner and continues to be with us. And it's because of that kind of relationship and the people along your journey at Reagan Elementary School and at Bonham Middle School and now at OC Techs, those folks that poured into him, that will allow you, obviously, to be very successful in life. And so, Marco, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your story. And thank you for being real and not just a statistic for us. We appreciate you a lot.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So we've been really busy doing what we couldn't. And as you can tell, when you do what you can't, a lot of really good things happen for the kids that you serve. So what's next? What are we doing? Because we can't stop, we have to continue. And not only do we have to continue, but we have to be even better. Because if we just sit where we are right now, then we'll become the status quo. And that's just not good enough for those that we serve. So what's next? So tonight we'll announce that we were opening a new middle school and an elementary school. Today in ECISD, we have an international baccalaureate program at Odessa High School that has no feeder pattern. And so we will be opening a brand new middle school opportunity for children called a Middle Years Program, MYP, and an elementary program, a PYP. So students in ECISD will have a new choice from kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade. International Baccalaureate can now, for the first time ever, be your option. And this will be the only program in this entire region, kindergarten through 12th grade. Coming soon to a school near you. A bond. We met Marco tonight, and Marco has been an investment that we've made through our career and technical education program. The piece of Marco's story that he did not share with you, because it's not his story, it's the story of his peers. This year we turned away 600 students that wanted to be Marco. They also wanted to take welding as their career pathway. And we had to turn them away because there is no room in the inn. We have no more room to expand our career and technical education program. And yet you saw a slide earlier that the demand continues. And so as a part of our bond opportunity, we must build and create a career and technical education facility for the students of this community, not only today, but tomorrow as well. In addition to that, we must also take care of the existing facilities that we have. Half of the schools in this organization are 61 years of age or older. And our children deserve to have schools and facilities that meet their needs today and tomorrow. And so we must invest in the facilities and infrastructure that we have today so that we can, again, meet our students' needs. So opportunities for a bond. That committee has already started meeting. They'll continue their conversations throughout the summer. They'll bring a recommendation to our board of trustees, and then our board will make a decision as to what to do next. And we are targeting November of 2023 for that opportunity. Investing in people. We also will be announcing tonight, we'll be the first in the region to have the principal incentive allotment. In the state of Texas today, teachers have that opportunity to earn additional dollars and be recognized for the good work that they do. We are now in the development process of creating a principal incentive allotment to financially recognize and reward the most effective and successful leaders in this organization, and we will be the first in our state to do that. In addition to that, we must grow and develop more leaders. You heard a little bit of that tonight. We'll be expanding our leadership pipelines. Great principals lead great schools. You will never find a great school led by a poor quality principal. And if we're going to continue to have great schools in this community, then the people sitting in those seats must be equally as great. And so we will announce tonight a development process in which we will continue to pour resources into the development of high-quality leaders to ensure that every single leader that heads our schools is of supreme quality. Our children and staff members deserve that. And the Permian Strategic Partnership. You've heard me say several times already tonight that we do this work together. In fact, I showed you a slide earlier that talked about together. None of the work that we've done in this organization has happened with work that we've done by ourselves. Our partners, our investors, our colleagues, our friends, our supporters help us do this work. And tonight, I would like to invite Tracy Bentley. She leads the Permian Strategic Partnership, and I believe Tracy has a special announcement for us tonight. So Tracy, welcome. Actually, Tracy, I have a special announcement too. Oops. Somebody's having a birthday tonight, and you chose to spend it with us. Now, I made it myself. Okay, I didn't. But you do have to blow out the candle. Make a wish? Make a wish, yes. There you go. Happy birthday. So, Tracy.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you all so much. We are thrilled to be able to announce tonight that the Permian Strategic Partnership would like to present the district with $100,000 to invest in our teacher apprenticeship program.
Wow. Thank you. You know, Tracy, that is one of the things we did not talk about tonight because we don't have one. But it sounds like we will now. A little story. A couple of years ago, in fact 2 years ago, the federal government added the profession of teaching to its list of workplace opportunities in the United States. And the federal government now provides funding for teacher candidates to attend college, and their tuition is paid by the federal government now because teaching is now in that opportunity. But in order for a school district or a university to create that program, we have to build it and design it. And today in the state of Texas, there's only one, and it's all the way across the state on the east side. And so this program will be the very first in West Texas. In fact, it'll be the first in Central Texas and West Texas. We'll claim it. And a model for our state. And so the ECISD Teacher Apprenticeship Program announced tonight. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Scott, you know, earlier I heard you mention, you were talking about the principal incentive allotment and also the principal internship program. And we at PSP, thanks in large part to your leadership, we now understand the importance of building a leadership pipeline. And so the PSP would also be very interested in partnering with you on both of these programs as well.
Oh, wow. So just to clarify, so does that mean when the PSP partners, usually there's something that flows that's green and about this size. Does that mean that perhaps we could consider some financial support in the future for those programs?
I believe that is what that means.
Oh, good. So congratulations to leadership development in ECISD. Hey, I can't say enough about the Permian Strategic Partnership. They have made significant investments in the work that we've done over the last couple of years. And again, many of these initiatives have really been funded by you and your organization. So it's been a pleasure to have you here tonight. Tracy, thank you very much for these investments. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott. I'm not quite done yet. I want to say, Permian Strategic Partnerships works in 22 counties across West Texas and Southeast New Mexico. We work with every school district, every superintendent, and I can tell you firsthand, you have the shining star of superintendents in our entire region. We feel so blessed to have Scott and his team, and by his team, I mean not only his deputies and principals, but the teachers as well. Feel so blessed to be able to hold up ECISD as an example for others to follow, and you make it easy to partner with you. But I actually do have one more thing, Scott. I heard you mention CTE earlier,
Oh, yes.
and the need for it, and how important it is to our region. In fact, we at the Permian Strategic Partnership, 20 of the largest oil and gas companies, are upon what we would call a workforce crisis. And what we've learned over the past couple of years is we don't need to look outside of our region. We have the talent right here. And our future workforce is dependent on this pipeline that we strongly believe is going to come through CTE. So Scott, I want to tell you and everybody that if this community is willing to make CTE a priority, the Permian Strategic Partnership would love to partner with you on making this a reality.
Well, so let me unpack that just to make sure I understand it. And so we just talked about a bond opportunity. And so if we as a community put in a bond package a CTE opportunity, and then we as a community say yes to that, then the PSP is going to help us build that facility.
That's right. If you all make it a priority and put it in your bond, we would love to come in as a private partner and help you close that gap.
Wow. Thank you. That's huge. We do this work together, and we can't do this by ourselves. So Tracy, thank you. That's huge. I knew the first one, had an idea of the second one, but well, you got me with the third one. That's pretty impressive. So game's on, ladies and gentlemen. The issue has been, or the challenge has been issued to us. And so we as a community, if we prioritize career and technical education for our children, then we have a partner that's going to help us make it happen for them. And so again, thank you PSP for that huge commitment to the work that we have to do for kids in our community. Thanks Tracy for being here. All right. Why? It's a lot of excitement, a lot of really good news, a lot of things happening in the organization, a lot of great partners that help us do this work. But it always comes back to why. Why must we continue? Why must we exercise so much effort and invest in our children? And so tonight I want to close this out with a new friend of mine, and her name is Micah. And I believe she's right behind the red curtain. Micah. Hey, Micah. Gotta shake your hand. There you go. All righty. How are you doing?
Good.
You're a little shorter than the last guy that was there. A little younger, too. What grade are you in?
I'm in third grade.
Third grade. So that means you are 8 years? Oh.
I'm 9 years
9 years old. Hey, when was your birthday?
October 15th.
October 15th. There you go. So you're 9. You've enjoyed 9 for a while. So soon you'll be that double-digit kid. When we're finished tonight, I'll tell you some secrets about being double digits. So, you and I met just the other day, and where did you go to school? Remind me.
Milam Magnet Elementary.
Yeah, so Milam Magnet. We just talked about choice a minute ago, and Milam is one of those 14 choice schools. So why is Milam a choice? What's the choice, or what happens at Milam?
There's fine arts.
Oh, okay.
And magnet, of course. Well, fun magnet, and a lot of activities to do.
So you're busy at Milam.
Yes.
But fine arts, I noticed you have a friend over there beside you. That probably gives me a pretty good idea of what your fine art is. So the cello.
Yes.
The cello, it's almost as big as you are. How long have you been playing the cello?
I have been playing the cello for about a year.
A year. Are you any good?
Yes.
Oh! Love the confidence. You know I'm going to ask you to prove that in a minute, right? Mm-hmm. Are you okay with proving it?
Yes.
All right, so maybe you can prove it right now.
Okay.
Are you ready? Why don't you give us a little proof?
Okay.
All right, let's see. Oh, you're good. Hall?
No.
Ask your mom. Tell her you're going there. She'll know exactly what that means. Yeah, you're going to Carnegie Hall.
Okay.
How long have you been playing again?
For a year.
For a year. Impressive. So as we think about choice in ECISD, this is why. Our children, from the age of 3 all the way through the age of 18 or 19 or whenever they choose to leave us, deserve opportunities. And as a school system that can't, remember, we've used that as a reminder to challenge ourselves. And so tonight, when you get home and you look in the mirror and you're reflecting and you think about the times that you personally were told you can't, remember the story about a little school system that could and did. And we do that every day because of Micah and her 33,300 friends that depend on us to be really good for them every single day. We do not do this work alone in ECISD. We do it together. So on behalf of the 33,300 students, the 4,200 staff members, the 7 members of our Board of Trustees, and one very proud superintendent, thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for being a part of our we. We did it because of us. Thank you. Have a good night.